G'day guys, my name is Caleb, otherwise known as the Critic Kebab, and welcome back to episode 3 of the SC24 Chelsea Realistic Career Mode. Unfortunately, Chelsea supporters are very reactionary, and football fans overall are quite fickle. So when things are going well, there's lots of praise and accolades that go in your direction, but when things are going poorly, things can get nasty quite quickly. And Mauricio Pochettino has come into this position, and I think he is realizing how difficult the job actually is. Me, as a supporter, I'm often, an optimistic person. I like to see things glass half full, and sometimes that does blind me. I think I gave Graham Potter far too much leniency, and he definitely was not up to the job. But Mauricio Pochettino, he's a different kettle of fish. He has way more experience, he's demonstrated his ability at the highest level, whereas Potter, he'd never even been to a Champions League game in his career up until he was coaching Chelsea. And I feel like our project under this new ownership structure, it is a long-term project, and we need to make sure that we are giving as much positivity and support to these young players that need to thrive off confidence. When you look at a lot of the teams that are towards the top end of the Premier League table nowadays, you see a lot of teams that had to go through a lot of struggle and suffering in order to get where they are right now. Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp is a great example. It's not a one-to-one because when you look at what Chelsea has done under this new ownership, it is unprecedented. Basically gutting the entire backroom staff, changing the club everywhere behind the scenes, and then replacing the old squad with a completely new young squad. It's never been done in football before. So we have to understand that this is new territory for us fans. But when you look at Liverpool, it is a similar example. In Jurgen Klopp's first season, in the 2015-16 Premier League season, he had some trials and tribulations that he had to overcome as well. He had to identify players that were going to stick around and weren't, sort out replacements and whatnot. And in his first season, it wasn't an amazing start to his tenure. Liverpool did finish 8th in the 15-16 season, acquiring 16 wins, 12 draws, and 10 losses for a total of 60 points. And another example that we can look at is, of course, Mikel Arteta. Arsenal are another clear example of a project that was designed for the long term, and the ownership there, trusted Mikel Arteta and his, tactics and way of thinking, and it's now paying off in, massive ways. Them pushing Man City really right to the end last season. And in the early days of Mikel Arteta's reign, they were asking for his head on a spike. The Arsenal fans were not having a lot of the shenanigans that were going on at their club. But, they stuck with him, and now they are reaping the rewards of a really good squad that are buying in fully to his tactics and way of thinking. And in the 1920 season, when Mikel Arteta was first appointed to Arsenal, they also finished 8th in the Premier League, acquiring 14 wins, 14 draws, 10 losses, and only getting 56 points total. So Mauricio Pochettino, as he comes into the Chelsea Football Club, where expectations historically have always been so high, I think it's important that a lot of us fans take a step back and think, okay, what is realistically possible when we have the youngest squad in the Premier League this season, where the average age is about 22 or so. It's a huge learning adjustment for a lot of these guys. Inexperience and team chemistry only comes with time on the training field and minutes on the pitch. So we have to be patient. All right, for the pre-match training, I'm going to go with out-of-the-box shots to get temporary play styles for both Nkunku and Jackson so that we can score hopefully plenty of goals against a very weak Luton side. For this game, I am going to be sticking with the 4-2-3-1. However, I am going to make some slight changes to the positions. That way we can make the most out of the stats for our players. So Enzo Fernandez, I am going to change him into central midfield. And obviously Madueke and Mudryk are going to be right and left wingers, even though we are still playing the 4-2-3-1. So see, as you can see there, they're basically in the same position, but their position has changed, and that means that they're going to get max stats. And if we go into the instructions as well, let's get Jackson to be getting in behind. We want get into the box for cross and free roam for Nkunku. And then we want our wide players to be cutting inside and getting in behind and getting into the box for the cross. And the same on the other side for Madueke. We want James getting overlapped on that far side and joining the attack. And the exact same for Chilwell. And Sanchez should be coming for crosses and being a sweeper keeper. And for Enzo Fernandez, we want him to get forward, but we don't want him to get so far forward that he's making runs beyond Jackson, the striker. So we want him to stay on the edge of the box so that he can, keep getting those rebounds and just keep piling the pressure and locking it in that area. And then we want him to free roam so he can sort of float anywhere in the attacking third. And then for his partner in crime, Moises Caicedo, right next to him, we want him to cut passing lanes. We want him to stay back while attacking. And it has him as a deep line playmaker because of the tiki-taka tactical setup. But I also want him to cover center in defensive positions because we don't want to be able to get caught on the counter and him slightly out of position out wide. We want him sitting him just in front of Silva and Disasi in central positions. Alrighty, let's get this game on the way, shall we? In the bright sunshine of West London at Stamford Bridge, hopefully getting another positive result just like we did in real life against this very opposition. It was a comfortable result in the end. Well, I don't think we exactly played exceptionally, but it is the results that count at the end of the day. And if we can get something similar here, I would be super happy with that. Turnover in the center of the park. Can we get Modric in here? Oh, what a save. Oh, and Chilwell's there to clean up the scraps. That's why I have these guys overlapping and getting into those advanced positions because they are often so deadly and so useful in attacking positions. And Ben Chilwell is able to clean up and get a great goal here. Good strike by Modric, not able to bypass the keeper, but he pushes it to the side as most good goalkeepers do. But the defender from Luton Town was not following and tracking his runner. And Ben Chilwell is able to easily collect the football and just roll it into the back of the net.
Reece James. Madueke. Thiago Silva. Jackson.
Oh, great pass. Oh, and Madueke is able to glide it past the goalkeeper there on his left foot there. Great finish. Goalkeeper could do nothing about that. Again, getting these players in behind, constantly putting pressure on Luton here. We are putting them under siege at the moment, and I don't think their defense is going to be able to handle this. It might be a slaughter here. Oh, great pass. Into Modric, back stick, and he is able to slot it in so very comfortably. The two wingers linking up and getting a great third goal for the Chelsea Blues. Honestly, it is just easy for us at the moment. Luton are not putting any pressure on us, and we're able to just keep possession. And then once the defenders step up and allow us to make those runs in behind, we are able to get crosses in like this, and that is a great use of athleticism by the youngster. And Modric, what a goal, what a talent.
We've had the official word. There will be a minimum of 2 added minutes. Teammates available.
Oh, I should have stayed on my feet there.
Luke Berry.
Oh, come on, no way we're going to concede just before half time. Luton get their first opportunity in the attacking third right before the break, and we have players switching off, not closing down, out of position, allowing space in the pockets. And look at this, number 19, I don't know who that is, but they are able to get an easy shot off. Disasi and Silva not just doing their jobs, locking up the central areas. And even though we have dominated this first half, we are not going to have a clean sheet, which is severely disappointing.
Corner given. Playing it in. Can he get one back?
That has to be the most cancerous goal to concede at the beginning of the second half.
Very much back on.
From a corner that we shouldn't have given away,
Well, the initial save is a
to then go into a central area and the goalkeeper does that.
a bit unlucky, really.
Bit unlucky. That is the most cancerous goal I've seen in a FIFA game for a very, very long time. And it had to be caught on camera, of course.
We can get more details on that injury situation from our man pitch side, Jeff Shreves. Jeff?
From down here, it looked as though he landed actually on top of his elbow.
Great counter-attack here.
Well done, Jeff. They're in here.
Oh, Mudryk, what is that shot?
Ball from the keeper.
Oh, I just tapped the shoot button trying to roll it into the bottom corner, but that was a very weak effort. And the goalkeeper's able to palm that away so easily. And that should have been our fourth.
Madueke. Well, no doubt many of you have been hearing the transfer rumours. It does look as though the deal could be on,
Oh,
Stuart.
Derek, there's a chance here.
Get in, Mudryk's got the fourth. And now we've got a little bit of breathing space once again. And I'm very happy because I was getting a little bit nervous that this is going to turn into an absolutely embarrassing result at home. But we have the quality in behind, and especially Mudryk's pace and the finishing quality. He was definitely going to get another goal, and I'm so glad he has.
So 2 minutes to be added on at the end. Enzo Fernandez.
And there goes the final whistle. 4-2 is the final result. It wasn't exactly an easy game. We definitely made it hard for ourselves, conceding late in the first and early in the second. Thankfully, we got another 3 points, and much needed 3 points, deserved in the end as well, I'd say. Before we progress to the Nottingham Forest game, I want to quickly reflect on our real life performance against Aston Villa, and I want to hear from you guys. What did you think of the performance down in the comments below? But what disappointed me most about that game was how we weren't able to take advantage of the fact that Aston Villa played midweek. They had lots of tired bodies. We had, come into the game relatively fresh, and we just weren't able to pile on the pressure and sustain it in our attacking third. And there's actually one thing that I want to talk about. Just give me a moment, bear with me. Now, I've done some coaching in my time, so I know what I'm talking about. And a lot of the great teams that play possession style of football, you think of, Pep Guardiola's Man City team now, or a lot of Barcelona teams historically. What they do is, they get the ball and they maintain possession in these areas of the field for as long as possible, essentially creating a siege mentality. So if we want to think of, how Chelsea was playing on the weekend, how they were set up, we've got our, wide players up here, our centre midfield's getting involved, and then our defenders sitting up here. Unfortunately, we play a lot of possession football, and it's a lot of sideways action in these sort of areas of the field. It's a lot of sideways passing up here, side to side, sometimes even back to Sanchez, the goalkeeper. And it's a lot of sideways action, And that is severely disappointing, and it's severely boring to watch as a viewer as well. Because, yes, keeping possession is a key ingredient of winning games, but it means nothing if you're conceding and losing, right? So what I want to see more from Chelsea, and this is what I love watching when I watch Man City play, is, when their players have possession, they are essentially playing in these channels here. They are obviously locking the ball in like a V, right? So we've got, let's say Rodri, like in this area here, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Haaland, obviously in amongst it as well. But they're always passing the ball in their triangles, keeping the flowing movement in these areas here in a V shape in their attacking third, and essentially locking it in here. And the ball is constantly rotating and being recycled in this area. And Chelsea, especially against Aston Villa, we were just doing a lot of sideways action, and that played into Unai Emery's tactics very much so. And it was, boring to play, boring to watch, and easy to play against. So what I need to see from Pochettino moving forward is if we're going to go with this tactic where we've essentially got, Colwill, Silva, and Disasi playing as a 3, and then, let's say Caicedo and Conor Gallagher and Enzo Fernandez sort of in and around it as well. We need to be building triangles and getting the ball up and advanced and locking it in these positions as quickly as possible. So instead of sitting deeper, try and push these guys further up the field, get Mudryk and Sterling and all these guys involved, and Kunku and Jackson or Broja up top as well. Essentially, this is what a formation should look like if we want to be really dominating teams. Putting them under the pump and just rotating and recycling the ball. Now, I don't want to repeat myself and bore you guys, but this is a kind of a visual demonstration of what I want to see us play like, because this is how the best teams play. They keep the ball in this sort of V shape in our attacking third and maintain possession and put teams under pressure there. And as of right now, we just don't do that, and we get caught out defensively so much, and it's just disappointing and bad to watch, honestly. Alrighty, with that all being said, let's now move into this game against Nottingham Forest. Did some training on some passing, and temporary playstyles have been earned for both Nkunku and for Enzo Fernandez. And this is going to be my starting lineup. Broja comes in for Jackson, Lavia comes in for Caicedo, and Colwell comes in for Thiago Silva. The rest stays the same. And another kickoff takes place at home. When we reflect on the fixtures at the beginning of our season, we really have wasted a huge opportunity, because the teams on paper at least are definitely weaker than us. The likes of Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, Luton, West Ham, and yet we have not taken away many points, and our run-in towards December is very, very difficult. So the pressure is only going to get worse for Pochettino, and it'll be interesting to see what happens, towards the second half of this year, because it's not going to look good, I think. I think it's going to look really ugly, and the noise and the atmosphere at Stamford Bridge is just going to get worse and worse. In saying that, in-game, we are doing well so far. And Nottingham Forest obviously playing on the counter-attack, sitting very deep. Not giving us much space. But Nkunku finds it. And he gets his shot off, but it's a great goalkeeping save. Can we lock it in? We cannot. Hudson-Odoi, former Chelsea player, scored an absolute worldie on his debut as well, which I saw and was amazed by. Great build-up play here. Be great if there's something on the end of it, but unfortunately gets nicked off Broja. Didn't shield the ball at all. And here come Nottingham Forest on the counter-attack. Obviously, their tactical vision is being utilised to great effect. Lots of players advancing up the field, trying to get in behind. Our defence has set up quite decently. I say that and the shot gets off. 23 minutes in, and it's looking pretty even so far. Broja's making a run. Great ball in. And Kunku! Oh! The shot was not great, but it does earn us a corner. Oh! Great powerful header by Nkunku. Can we deliver it right to the same spot? Oh, not quite. Can we get a header off? Enzo from deep, maybe. No, he gets tackled. Get it out to Mudryk. Just sustain pressure here, lads. Just recycle it until we get that pocket. Just like this. Oh. So much of that was good. Unfortunately, the cross just didn't quite find someone's head. And we've got away with it here. And Kunku, no. Broja, utilise your pace and strength. Oh, he's been hacked at these legs there. I think I might take the free kick. Oh, the game's not going to give it to me. I cancelled the advantage and the referee didn't give it to me. Come on, what is going on here, lads? 0-0 at the break. The game is very even. They're defending very well and not allowing any clear-cut opportunities. We've had a few, but Nottingham Forest do look dangerous on the counter-attack. And as we all know, all it takes is one little mistake for them to get an opportunity and score.
Well, Chelsea being afforded too much space here.
Ooh, Broja. Earning ourselves another corner.
Time for a change then.
Let's get some maximum whip on this.
Trying to deliver attack.
James! Oh!
Could still be dangerous.
Oh, Lavia.
Class defending.
Just... Oh, come on! I thought I got the ball.
Nkunku. Just a reminder, we have more absorbing action from the Premier League coming your way here on EA TV. It's Chelsea facing Bournemouth.
Oh, Derek, big moment here.
Great goal. Absolutely exquisite build-up play. Making use of our tiki-taka football and our accelerating players in behind. And Mudryk is in top form right now. And this is exactly what I talked about at the beginning of the career mode. If we are going to be successful this season, this man is going to have to step up and play out of his skin. And he is doing so right now. 3 goals in this episode by the youngster. Alrighty, I've decided to make substitutions, but not just 1, not just 2, I'm making all 5. Half my team is changing at this moment. And I think with some fresh legs, we might be able to get a second goal and really finish Nottingham Forest off here. I think the most interesting change that I've made will be Cole Palmer into that cam position. Nkunku coming off. I want to get Palmer on the ball as much as possible and see what he's capable of. Obviously only being 67 rated. It's not fantastic, but let's see what is possible. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. He's going to get an assist early on. Jackson off the bench. Fresh legs. Got to do better.
Yes, but let's not take nothing away from that finish. It's now level at 2-2 with 77 minutes played.
Thanks for the update, Alex. Played over. And you've just witnessed a moment of...
The pressure is really mounting here on the Blues. Sanchez pulling off a huge save. Teammates getting around him, as they should. Brick wall Sanchez. That's what we need. Oh, he makes another save. Oh, here we go. Come on. Keeps getting delivered to that same sort of area. I think I might move James off the front post into that area so they can't keep delivering it to that same spot. Jackson easily cleared that away. Sterling, get on the end of it. That's a foul, referee. Thank you. Wow, we get out of jail for free there. Oh, go Palmer. Go Palmer. Oh, his first opportunity to sprint and get in behind. And he definitely has some acceleration at his disposal. That was super impressive. I think he's left-footed, so that strike on his right was kind of weak. Not surprising, though.
Still a chance. Well, it has come to nothing. James?
We might be able to get a cross in here. If we get a pocket of space. No. Oh, here we go.
Has a go.
Oh, Palmer again. Again, he's getting into the right spots at the right time, which is very promising. What should we do? I think we might just call Sterling short. Keep the ball. That's a foul, referee. Give him a card. Surely. No. What should we do with it? Oh, let's just whip it in. Why not? Casado going against the fly there. Gets a head onto it. It's going to go out for a goal kick, but it should be full time any second now. 2 minutes in game left. If we can get this cleared away, which James does expertly, and so does Madueke, Jackson might even be able to get on to the end of this. Ah, he doesn't land his tackle though. Oh, and that is it. 1-0 is the final result. We definitely had to earn the W there. Nottingham Forest are a decent side as discussed previously, but unfortunately they did not have enough quality to get the ball in the back of the net and steal any points from us here. And I'm very happy overall with the performance, and our tiki-taka playstyle is definitely working out in a positive way. So I'm happy, and we've got maximum points from this episode. So if you haven't already, smash that like button. I would super appreciate it. Alrighty, I'm going to finish it up there. thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have made it to this stage of the video, I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't already, make sure that notification button is turned on so that you get notified as soon as these videos go live on the channel. Until the next episode, hopefully in the meantime we can bypass Brighton in the Carabao Cup and have something happy and positive to go into the weekend against Fulham. So again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in episode 4 very, very shortly.